Hello everyone and welcome back to Bhanzu classes. So I hope the excitement is at the next level today because we are going to start with a new chapter. Till date we have covered two important chapters, that is integers and fractions and decimals, right? So today we will be talking about a new chapter, that is data handling. How do we handle a particular information which we have received? Right? In that, we are going to cover today representative values and arithmetic mean, right? So let's talk about this, but before that, these are the subtopics which we are going to cover in today's session: representative values and arithmetic mean. But before we move ahead, do you remember what you had learnt earlier about this topic? Yeah? How many of you remember what is data? It's a collection of information, right? How do we handle data? First of all, we'll need to collect the data and then we can represent it. And the ways of representing data are totally different, right? Suppose if I ask everybody right now, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream, right? Everybody would give me different answers. Strawberry, chocolate, mango, vanilla, and so on, right? So how do I keep a track of this information is what is called data handling. So let's see. Data handling is what? It's collecting data. I have collected the information from you. Then I am going to represent the data. How do I represent the data? That is what we are going to discuss in today's session, right? But before that, what's data? Data is collection of numbers. It can be collection of information, like how I collected the information right now, right? What's your favorite flavors? So the information which I got is called data, right? So let's see now what are the different ways we can represent our data into, right? There are many different ways. So starting with the different forms of data. Because the data is in different forms, there are different ways of representing it. What are they? Arithmetic mean, mode and median. These are the three different ways which can help us to represent our different forms of data in front of everyone, right? So that it's easy to read and write that data. Otherwise, if I would have collected from 50 students right now the favorite flavors ice cream, it would be so difficult, right? Naming it as A, suppose the student A likes strawberry, student B likes chocolate, right? But if I have made a column for strawberry lovers, chocolate lovers, mango lovers, vanilla lovers, it would be easy for me to track, right? So that is what we need to discuss according to the data, which representative value would be the suitable one to find out our data, to find out the information, right? To keep the data safely. So let's start. What is arithmetic mean, right? Mean is average. It's also called average. It can be called as arithmetic mean, or in some textbooks you might see it as mean. But what is this mean? Mean is sum of all observations upon number of observations, right? Suppose if I take up a question right now where I have four numbers, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I ask you to find out their mean. So what we will do? Mean is sum of all numbers. So 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, right? And what is 10 by 4? It's 2.5, right? So what is the mean over here? What's the average of this data? What's the arithmetic mean of this data? Is 2.5. But now, what did you notice? This 2.5 lies between my observation only, right? So if we see, mean is nothing, it's greater than the smallest observation and smaller than the greatest observation, right? So in our example, 1 was the smallest observation, 4 was the greatest. What was mean? 2.5. Yes, it lies between 1 and 4. So that is how you can check your value also, right? Let's move ahead and solve a particular question over here. Similarly, Ashish studies for 4 hours, 5 hours and 3 hours respectively on 3 different days, right? How many hours did he study on an average? So what's average? It's actually mean, ma'am, right? It's mean, it's arithmetic mean. So average would be 4 plus 5 plus 3 by 3. Right? Sum of all observations divided by the number of observations. So, we are taking his number of hours studied in 3 days. So, divided by 3. So, what is over here? 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 3, 12 by 3. So, on an average, he studied 4 hours in a day. Right? So, whether they would have asked you to find out mean, average, it's one and the same thing. Got it? Now, let's move ahead and see a particular interesting topic. What is range? Range is nothing, it's highest observation minus lowest observation. So, let's take an example before we move ahead. Suppose I give you the numbers as 10, 9, 3 and 1. These are the 4 numbers we are going to talk about to find out the range. So, quickly, can you pick up the highest observation for me from this? Yes, you know, out of the 4 numbers, highest is 10. Minus, what's the lowest? It's 1. So, what is the range of this particular data we have in front of us? It's 9. It is 9. So, it is that simple, right? Highest observation minus lowest observation. Got it, everyone? Great. So, let's move ahead and talk about another interesting question. So, here what do we have? The marks obtained out of 100 by a group of students in science test are these marks, right? So, for 10 people we have these marks. Find the highest and the lowest marks. So, figure out the highest marks for me. Quickly, yes, you got it right. 95, right? So, what is the highest marks? It's 95. What are the lowest marks? Quickly. Lowest out of 10 marks given in front of us is 39. So, if you know the highest marks, my dear students, and you know the lowest marks, you can easily find out the range of the marks obtained. What is that? It is highest minus lowest value. So, what is the highest marks? 95 minus lowest marks, that is 39. So, you get 56. So, you get 56, right? So, this is how you get your answer. Got it, everyone? Great. So, this was all about arithmetic mean and range. So, till we meet next, do not forget to practice the questions based on this, and let's summarize what all we covered today. We saw that there can be different forms of data, and according to data we can represent them by different methods, that is mean, median and mode. Out of which we have covered one topic today, that is arithmetic mean. So, what is arithmetic mean over here? Sum of all observations upon total number of observations, right? And mean is also called average. It can also be called as arithmetic mean, right? So, to practice more questions on this topic, and in the next class I am going to pick up another 2 interesting representative values of data, that is median and mode. So, till we meet next, stay tuned and spark your curiosity. Bye-bye.